in LA, man, and some of these content creators, they're just like flexing everything, and you know, they're like flexing to their fans, and it's like man, like no one's gonna relate to you if you're just like shitting on them.
It's true.
And just, you know, oh, look at me, I have this and that, we're so different. It's like, you know, like humble yourself, try and relate to your audience, connect with them, and, you know, try to have some meaning in their life, inspire them. And that's
so
just
then,
like how it is.
So then why is it that so many content creators are trying to flex though? Because it's like, I feel like there's this weird like paradigm almost where like, although you should be relatable and everyone wants to watch relatable shit, there's also that kind of like, whoa, he's rich, like let me see his whips and his clothes, you know what I mean? Like that, like, whoa, sick house. I feel like people still kind of want to see that, no?
Yeah, I think there's like maybe two parts to that. One part I think is the curiosity.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember FouseyTube, like he fell off and came back, right?
Did he come back? I haven't seen FouseyTube in time.
He's doing pretty good.
Is he?
And he started this series called, I forget the series, what it was called, but essentially he did house tours with like different creators and saw how they live. So people want to see that stuff.
So is it kind of like, is it more of like a balance of like having a humble personality, but then having like maybe your house or like your whip or whatever to be extravagant? You know what I mean? Maybe like be in front of a Lambo, but not talking shit. You know what I mean? But still being humble. You know what I mean? Is that kind of a balance?
That's in a way, yeah. But like I was saying, like, you know, Fousey, like, and the guys he films their house tours, they're not flexing on people, like, look at my house and all.
They're just talking about it.
But like some people, it's like, you know, it's like, oh, look at my rollie, look at my whip, look at, you know, I'm wearing Gucci and all this. It's like people will see that and they'll find it like they have that sense of curiosity where they watch it.
Definitely.
But then, and like the creator at that point's creating and bringing that content for his audience to feed their curiosity.
Right.
Whereas other creators, it's like, I feel it's a sense of insecurity within them. And, you know, that's just like what makes them happy in a way, you know, they just have to like shit on others. Like,
I guess you got to remember that that's their reality, you know, at the end of the day, like that's their insecurity. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's like at that point, if someone else, you could tell like, you know, maybe that's the case with them. Like I found with a lot of these creators over their YouTube journey, as they like progress in their career and stuff, they started off with like a bunch of friends, and by the end of it, they have like no one, but they have all this money, and you know, they're sad. They're sad inside.
You saw that like personally in LA?
I seen like through videos, and I met some of these creators, and they said it themselves. They're like, you know, I came to LA with like my team and everything. We were doing good. We're all together, and just like all the stuff that happens over the years, people leaving each other, people, you know, not being grateful for what that main creator gave them, and thinking they did it themselves and leaving him. It's like it just leaves like him or her at the end of the day like alone, and they don't know what to do, you know.
I guess like the idea of like fame and money is such a weird and crazy thing, bro, because people are just like in LA like chasing all this shit, but then you kind of forget where you're coming from. Like you kind of forget who you are, and it's just, I've never been in that situation, and maybe I will like later when I start getting rich, but like like how do you just kind of like, I don't know, speaking from someone who hasn't had that type of like wealth and like fame, how do you forget about all that, man? Like how do you forget about where you came from, you know? Like speaking just from myself, like you can't forget your roots, bro. Like that's where you're from, like that's who you knew, you know? Like how can you just change up like that and be a dick?